This is a kitchen update about 2 months after a professional home organizer came and helped me purge and organize my kitchen. So it's been about 2 months since my sister-in-law Alex came over and helped me reorganize my kitchen and do some minimalizing in my cabinets and cupboards and my hutch and all that stuff. So I am going to go through everything with you right now and give you a little update about how things are going, how I'm maintaining things, if I am maintaining things or not. So anyway, let's just jump in and get started, and I'll just walk you through everything and give you an update on what it's like about 2 months later after the professional organizer comes. The next video that I really am excited about making and want to make for you guys is a homeschool room update. If you haven't seen my video giving a homeschool room tour, definitely go check that out. I will link it below. But I have also changed a lot of that too, just on my own. I've rearranged our living room, and I have some different furniture pieces that I'm using for storage, and our guest room has been kind of reconfigured. So all of that stuff is totally different now than it was in that video, and I'm excited to share that with you soon too. Yeah, I'm excited. I think everybody should have someone in their life to help them organize their stuff if they struggle like I do. I feel like I have been able to keep my kitchen a lot cleaner on a regular basis. So right now it's like there's some surface things that need cleaning, but it's actually not too bad at the moment. So yeah, hope you enjoy this footage. All right, everybody, so here is my kitchen. I'm kind of standing off in the corner of where my dining room begins, and here is just a quick little picture of my kitchen. So the upper cabinets here were painted with DIY paint in the color, I think it's called Vintage Linen. So the lower cabinets used to be blue, and I just decided I didn't like it anymore. It was too shiny, and I could see grime on it very easily. So I painted these with DIY paint as well in the color Weathered Wood. I love this color. Jamie Ray Vintage actually gave me some advice on color choices, and I really love how it totally ties the floor in, and it matches my metal chairs here. It's kind of all the same color, and it doesn't look too modern. I was worried that my like kind of vintage shabby chic style, that picking a bold dark color would look too modern, but I don't think it does. I think it actually works just fine. And so obviously, as you can see here, these cabinets have not been painted yet. And I think I might try to make a little tutorial video on how I did that, just because I feel like I made a few mistakes here and I've learned from them, and I will go back and fix them at some point. But I would like to show you all kind of the process of painting kitchen cabinets with something that typically people don't use. Not a lot of people use clay-based or chalk paint on their kitchen cabinetry, and I think there's a good reason why. If I could afford to pay for professional painting, I would, but I just can't. And I do enjoy the process, even though it is very tedious, and that is why this is not done, because I just kind of got sick of doing it. And it's hard. It's hard to like make a big mess in the kitchen. Okay, I'm gonna come over here to the pantry now. The trim I painted last time, and there's actually, I ripped paint off the wall from tape, which should not have happened. I don't know why that happened, so I have to fix that now too. When I did the one room challenge, I was able to finish painting all of the trim work, and this I did use a latex paint for, and it works fine. I just need enough coats of it, and so I did get enough coats of it on there that I'm happy with the way it looks. That's what the door is painted in as well. And I have these little chalkboard sticker things that I just stuck on here. I'm sure that I'll peel them off. They'll peel off pretty easily if I don't like it anymore. But I thought that might be just a fun little addition to try, just for the kids to have chore lists on there, or I could put a grocery list on there, or whatever. So the other thing that we changed, we had a coat rack, not a coat rack, but another hook. This is like my Christmas hook. It's a Jingle Bell hook. But the other one I had on there had like 6 hooks on it, and we just had a ton of coats, bags, and it was just cluttery and gross. And it broke because we would just pile stuff on there too much. So we just threw that away and decided that we're just gonna take the time to bring our coats into the entryway and hang them up there where they belong and not keep them on this door. So I don't know what I'm gonna hang on here. I just put this here because I didn't have anywhere else to put it. So that's there for now. I thought about maybe adding some stenciling or something fun on this red door, but I just haven't gotten there yet. Okay, so I'm gonna open up the pantry and show you what's inside. Okay, here's how it looks right now. I don't know if you remember from the other video. Up on the top shelf, I actually just recently went through the stuff up here. It was all juice. A lot of it had expired, unfortunately. So I had to throw it out, but we have our protein powder here, Soylent. I won't go into that. Maybe later. I'll have Nick explain what Soylent is if you don't know what it is. But yeah, there's juice. So that's still like a juice protein powder kind of shelf. And here is all our cereal. And this bin here is like cooking stuff, like chicken stock, oils, quinoa, some bottles of things that, you know, like, what is this? Dijon mustard has not been opened yet. So it's here being stored. That's going well. This is working well when I am cooking like a savory dinner. I pull this out and get what I need. And this little thing here is for garlic, potatoes, and onions and things like that. I actually have some onions and potatoes in that bin right now because I had a lot of them. They didn't all fit. So this bin normally is for snacks. So we have some nuts in there right now, and we're low on the snacks. So I kind of repurposed that since we don't have a lot of snacky things at the moment. This we're still using for cans. Obviously that's working out just fine. Over Thanksgiving, we ended up with a lot of extra like pumpkin. So things were kind of overflowing. I had a big stack like right in front of here. But again, that was just a one-time thing. It was just for Thanksgiving, and on a normal average day, this is working out just fine. And then these glass jars are awesome. I have one for chocolate chips, which we use for baking, or sometimes we put them in oatmeal. A little candy jar. What's in the back here? Marshmallows for hot chocolate. This is an extra thing of applesauce. Oh no, this is the marshmallow one. What's in that one? Oh, the big marshmallows. Surprise! Here's a can of something that shouldn't be back there. What is that? Mandarin oranges. Okay. Anyway, so I put my sugar. I had an extra one that Alex didn't find a use for, so I actually put my sugar in here, which is working out well. And then that one is for noodles, which we're running low on noodles. So I know that when we go to the store next, I can pick up some more noodles. This is Halloween candy that we're still kind of on our way out of. But normally there's like chips and crackers in here, and we don't have any chips or crackers at the moment. So this is where the Halloween candy goes. Anyway, but yeah, so the organization of the pantry is pretty much staying the way it should be. This is the one shelf that will get a little full, just depending on what we buy at the store and what kind of things we have going on. But so far it's working out just fine. And then on the bottom here, I don't really like the way this is set up, but I haven't really figured out a better way. But this is my griddle, my KitchenAid is in here, my lunchbox, and then my crock pots are back there as well. And it's not ideal, just the way it's set up. Like I have to pull out 3 things to get at one thing. But for those like bigger items that I do use, it's nice to at least have them there and accessible rather than up high where I can't reach them or stuffed in a different cupboard. So that's the pantry. It's pretty much staying the way it should, and so Alex would be proud. I do need to paint the inside of this door and here. And the trim, like that all should be painted so it matches, but haven't done that yet. That's the pantry. I put these cute little tiles hanging right here. They used to be right where this mirror decal is, and I moved them here. I love these things. I've had them forever. I don't remember where they came from, but I love the little hints of red and blue and the coffee theme also. I love it. So those are there, which are fun. This really cool sticker mirror decal thing I got off Amazon, actually. I really wanted something mirror-like here because I don't like that when I'm standing at the sink, I never know what's going on behind me. It's just a sticker, and it came inside of these outlines. And so what I did, I taped everything up and measured it just to see where I wanted to place it and how I wanted to organize it. And then I peeled off the backing and stuck everything on there, and then peeled out the outline. So then I decided to put the outline here, like on my dishwasher, just to try it there because I didn't know what else to do with it. I could take them off and use them as stencils. That might be kind of cool. But I thought about painting my dishwasher and also my fridge, but I didn't do that. But instead of that, I just decided to put those sticker things on there for now. So the drink cabinet here is also pretty much the same. We have our glasses on the bottom shelf, our mugs on the middle shelf, and on the top shelf is some of my gluten-free stuff and little teacups. This one is still kind of the same. I have some larger things out in front, and I do want to go through this one more time and throw a couple of things away that are broken or missing covers, and I'm just going to order new ones. So that's that. Right now this cupboard is a little bit dicey, but it's not horrible. It's still pretty much the same. We still have coffee in there and a couple of teas and coffee stuff. I'm not sure why the honey is in here. Actually, that's not supposed to be in there. And it looks like it leaked and spilled a little, so I have to clean that. Fantastic. I do love having my toaster put away rather than sitting out on the counter because we don't use it very often. And it's really easy to just pull it down when I need it and then put it away. So I'm liking that. This is also still pretty much the same, and it's working well, just mostly larger mixing bowls, Pyrex, pie tins, and plastic bowls, stuff like that. Here is the spice cabinet. Some larger things are up at the top. And this basket up here, I kind of organized my spices. Like this is like savory spices or spicy spices, and this basket up here is like stuff that I would use more for baking with sweet things. So cinnamon, nutmeg, some of the more seasonal stuff is there. And my husband bought this gigantic thing of parsley when I ran out, and I kind of wish he hadn't bought such a big one just because it's hard to fit it in here, but it's all right. He didn't know. He wanted to get a big one because I use parsley a lot. So that's the spice cabinet. This cupboard here is also pretty much the same. I added a couple of jars here. I might do some Christmas crafty things with them. And my balsamic vinegar is up there too, which it just kind of fits nicely. This cupboard here is pretty much the same as well. And up here in that cupboard, I have cookie cutters, napkin holders, just some items that I don't use very often, but this is kind of a nice, easy, tucked away place. And clearly what I have going on above my fridge right now is a no-no. There's just clutter up here, things that shouldn't belong. The pumpkin needs to get put away for next year. And some of this other stuff. This chalk container, I think I will keep up there just because it's somewhere handy to store my chalk pieces to use on our chalk wall here. But the rest of the stuff I should kind of put away because it doesn't belong. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys the inside of my hutch here. Okay, these are the items that make sense to be in a hutch. More fine dishware, crystal glasses, wine glasses, flutes, stuff that I use for a more formal dinner party or something fun. I actually had a lot of this stuff out for Thanksgiving when we hosted Thanksgiving, and I probably won't use a ton of this throughout the year, but it is nice to have. But it's great because all of it fits up in this area up here, and I don't have any other dishes floating around that fit. You know, it all fits in here. Before we did the kitchen organizing, some of these dishes were down in the bottom. The glasses were crammed up in that cupboard here, and now they're all in the same place, and I love that. And it's, you know, it's still a little full. For me to get everything out is quite an ordeal because I have to like take all the glasses out and then kind of reach back here and get the plates I want. And these doors don't open, so I do have to kind of like reach behind, but it's fine because I don't do that very often. And so for now this works, and it's great. Down here, this drawer is the same. This is the only drawer that will fit my silverware and my container, my tray thing, whatever this is. So this stayed the same, which is fine. This drawer, whoa, as I pull it out, this drawer used to have a little basket in it with the plasticware for the kids to use, and we moved that, and now it's like we have lunch bags and our saran wrap and tinfoil and Ziploc bags that go in here, instead of before this stuff was crammed in the pantry kind of in random places, and it just didn't make sense. So now that all makes sense. This drawer stayed the same. This is like towels and aprons and kitchen washcloths and stuff like that. This cupboard is pretty much the same too. This cupboard area here is a little bit untidy at the moment, but I am constantly moving stuff around down here because I'm accessing this several times a day. This is where we get our, we keep old containers for storing food, and then after a few washes we throw them away and get new ones. And so I'm constantly kind of moving this stuff around. So the fact that it's a little bit messy right now doesn't bother me because I know I'm probably going to get a bunch of stuff out later today and be washing it and using it. But this we use for the silverware for the kids, and then all their plates and bowls and cups go in here. And everything does fit really nicely if you take the time to stack it all the right way. Right now it's not really stacked the right way. But again, like the kids help grab stuff to set the table, and they put things away when they're clean in the dishwasher. And so the fact that this looks a little bit messy doesn't bother me a whole lot because this is kind of the area that the kids get to help with, and it all fits and it works just fine. So that's that. And then this drawer, this drawer I used to have Play-Doh and paper and a bunch of crafty stuff crammed into, and now it's more like hosting stuff. So my pretty placemats that I used for Thanksgiving, I'm not sure what to do with these. These are Star Wars molds that I used for a birthday party. But that's in here. What else is in here? Dixie cups are in the back. Plastic cups here. Stuff that, I would use for hosting. We have some plasticware as well. And I'm actually not sure what this is in there for. I don't need that. Napkins and plates and just stuff like that. So there's a lot more space in here, and it's not super crammed anymore. And the things that are in this drawer make sense for this area of the kitchen. All of my crafty stuff for the kids and activities have all gotten moved too. So actually that should be my next video. This drawer's a little sticky, but that's okay. I don't open it very often. And that is my hutch. So these here, I need to wipe these down and do some cleaning. But we never really got to these drawers, but I'm gonna kind of explain what Alex told me about them and what I have done so far. So this is all just like random kitchen utensils, cheese graters and tongs, and this is our plug-in for my skillet, my like griddle thing. This is a really cool, it's a scale for measuring food, an electric scale. And then up here I have my knife block, and I have, look at, I have 4 pairs of scissors in it right now, so I gotta do something about that. And then I have this thing here that I have some utensils into. So what I did, I tried to kind of minimize this so it wasn't so full, and most of it is either in either of these drawers, or right now I have some in the dishwasher that are going to get washed. And all of this is a little bit full. I probably don't need everything here, and that is what Alex told me too. She was like, you probably should go through this and just, you know, keep 1 or 2 spatulas. Or like here I have this style potato masher and that potato masher, and I probably don't need both of them, but which one do I actually use more? And so those are just some things that I could go through and make a couple more decisions about so that these drawers aren't too full. But I'm gonna make a choice about these potato mashers right now actually and get rid of one. Down here we didn't get through to this cupboard either. This is where all my pots and pans go. So yeah, this is a little bit crazy. I wish I had a better way to organize all this stuff, because I don't like the way it's working right now with all the pots and pans. But again, it's fine. At least I have a nice spot for my Ninja. It's here instead of on the countertop. My skillet is here. My cutting boards are here. My hand mixer is there. Some larger cheese graters, and it's fine. Like, this is not perfect, ideal. It's not fantastic, but again, I can shut the door. Nothing's falling out, but ooh, man, I really do need to wipe this off. This one we didn't really get to either. So I could go through this and fix it up and organize it a little better. We did add this basket that has like sugar and nuts and flour in it. And then this is just all like lots of baking supplies on the bottom too. Lots of baking stuff. But again, some of this used to be crammed in the pantry and it didn't make sense. It wasn't all in the right place. And so now we have a place, like this is just the baking stuff. Nothing else goes here. Yeah, that's that. That's all I have to say about that, I guess. Under here, I did organize this a little bit on my own without Alex. It looks kind of bad right now. But like this bin right here used to be up above my fridge full of stuff. And now it's kind of where I collect all my cleaning supplies. And then over here on this side are like extra bags, the ice cream bucket in case somebody gets sick and needs to puke, garbage bags, paper bags, dishwashing, detergent, stuff like that. I can say with confidence right now that there is a home for everything in my kitchen. Every item has a place that it belongs. I know where to put stuff, and when I do clean up my kitchen at the end of the day, I feel like I'm able to do everything a lot faster than I was doing it before. Like I mentally know right away without even thinking where I'm gonna put that item. Sometimes when I don't put stuff away right away and things start to pile up and the dishes pile up, I can get kind of overwhelmed at the mess because I don't really know where I'm gonna put some of that stuff. Like the peanut butter, some days it goes in this cupboard and other days it goes in that cupboard. Well, now I know exactly where I'm gonna put my peanut butter at the end of the day. I know exactly where I'm gonna put my gluten-free box of pasta. I'm not like guessing and kind of coming up with new storage solutions every day because every day is different. It's always the same now. There's a bin for cooking stuff. There's a spot for this. You know, I could go on giving specific examples, but that's the gist of it. And so I think the maintenance of cleaning up my kitchen is going a lot smoother than it had in the past. And it's more fun. I actually enjoy it. I actually enjoy like cleaning off the counters and getting them nice and clean and having the toaster put away. And I'm surprised. I didn't think that I would enjoy that as much because I hate cleaning. Oh my goodness. I don't like cleaning stuff. That's not my thing. I am actually enjoying the process a little more now that I know everything has a home. And I also think like changing the aesthetic helps too, which I'm still working on, by the way. But this cool like mirror backsplash here, and the color of the cabinets and the wall color is different. And there's just some minor changes here and there. My coffee station is a little more minimal, and there's just less stuff on my counters. And it's just more fun. It's more fun to be in my kitchen. It's more fun to cook, and it's more fun to clean it up. Taking the time to really purge and to really go through everything you have in your kitchen and decide what to keep, what to get rid of, and paring down on your items and making sure that all your different things have a home. It is really important, and it really does impact your quality of life, and it impacts your mental state, as it has for me. So this is totally worth it. It's totally worth the hard work. There's an initial hurdle, which is why having a professional organizer assisting you, or maybe just doing it for you, is so important, because that initial hurdle of like, we're going to actually take everything out of my pantry and go cupboard by cupboard and take everything out and start over. That's really overwhelming if you're doing it by yourself. I know it would have been very different if it was just me. I would have gotten distracted by things, and I would have gotten overwhelmed and not been as productive. But having that other person there who gets excited about this and knows what they're doing was really, really motivating for me. So I highly, highly recommend Alex. And if she's too far away for you logistically, she can offer online services, remotely, just like counseling and advice type stuff. And I'm sure you can find somebody that's close to you if you need somebody to actually come into your house with you and get you started. And I really look forward to tackling more spaces in my house now that I have some helpful tools, and I just feel good about like, hey, I actually did this. We got my kitchen in a much, much, much better state than it was in the past. And now I feel like I have the confidence to do it again in a different area of my house on my own. And yeah, I just wanted to say that like, it has really changed the way I function in my kitchen. And even my kids, they help put the groceries away, and they know where all the stuff is supposed to go. That's all I wanted to share. I hope you liked this video, and I hope that it inspired you and maybe helped give you some practical ideas or tips on how to better organize your kitchen and do it on your own or with the help of a professional like I got to do. Also, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. And my husband and I are going to be making some videos together, and we have done a couple already. And so that's coming up, and I'm going to do another homeschool room tour, and let's see what else. We have some fun travel stuff coming up this winter, and I will be vlogging those experiences, and I can't wait to share that with you as well. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.